I sit here today with the Knicks in the NBA Finals, and I have just one question to ask. What the fuck are these Knicks? Like, what is going... Like, if you had told me before the season that they would get to the NBA Finals, I would have been a little surprised, but naturally, considering how they've been growing and how they've been developing each year, building on the last second round Game 6, second round Game 7, conference finals, I wouldn't have been so surprised because this is what they've been building towards. But if you had told me that they would do it by putting straight belt to ass to literally every single opponent, I keep thinking it's going to end. Like I'm going to wake up from this dream of them just absolutely dominating their opponents, but it hasn't happened yet. And for them to particularly do it in three straight closeout games, Hawks, Sixers, and now Cavaliers, all by 30 plus points. Do you understand how impressive that is to do? I don't care what you want to say about the opponents. Oh, they're not so good. Whatever. To win three straight closeout playoff games, all three of them were on the road in such dominant fashion is so insane on multiple levels. Like first of all, I think to win a closeout game is tough in general. Like if you ask any coach, player, like so many of them will tell you that the hardest playoff game to win is a closeout game because the team that you're trying to close out, their desperation is at an all-time high, their backs are against the wall, you're going to get their best fight. And so for the Knicks to not only close out these three teams, but to do it in such insane fashion where these games are over midway through the second quarter, it speaks not only to their talent, to their execution, but I think their incredible mindset, and I think the mental aspect of doing that, I think is so insane, and they deserve a ton of credit for that. Having the mentality needed to keep your foot on the gas, particularly against Philly and now against Cleveland, where it's like, you could easily see a scenario, like I remember I was talking to my mom about this, and she thought the Cavs were going to win Game 4. And I said to her, I've watched a lot of basketball in my life, and there are times when the team down 0-3 has a spirited Game 4 win out of pride, to avoid getting swept on their home court, or just to avoid getting swept at all. But there are other times where the other team just comes out and just put... And that's what the Knicks did here, and it's just so insane, and it speaks to just their mentality that you could just tell, like, again, there's no quantifiable way to see it, but if you just watch how they operate and how they talk, this team is so beyond locked in, and you see it with the way that they treat these closeout games, where they could have easily lost Game 4 against Philly, lost Game 4 tonight, probably closed it out at home. Just natural, like, again, there's like a natural human element to take your foot off the gas just a little bit when you're up 3-0 and you've been dominating as much as they have. But the fact that they not only kept their foot on the gas enough to win those Game 4s, but to do it in such dominating fashion, I think speaks to such a locked-in mentality that these Knicks have, and they've been rewarded for it now. They're going to have, 8-9 days off between now and the finals, which obviously comes with some cons, but I think ultimately having so much rest going into the championship round, especially when you consider one of OKC or San Antonio is going to enter the finals absolutely battered and bruised from that series, I think is so awesome, and it's just like, I have more thoughts on like the larger picture of what this finals appearance means for the Knicks, and I'm going to save that for a different video that I'm going to post on Thursday. But like just again, like if you told me they got to the finals, I would have been like, that's awesome, so great. But like to see how they're doing, it feels like a dream that I'm just waiting to wake up from, because it just doesn't make sense how they keep doing this in the best way. Like they are literally making history every single time. And I just never thought I would see that from my team.